Hello there, Jason Murray again from the Pine Ridge Golf Academy, and tip number 2 today for the month of May is still centred around your putting, but this time with a different skill, which is distance control. Now, distance control, as we know, is another core element of successful putting, as every putt we face on the putting green is ultimately going to be a different length. I see a lot of players who try and control the distance by having a very uniform or consistent length backswing and then varying the degree of speed on the way through to try and control how much force they apply and therefore how far the ball rolls. But when we see players like that, they often get to a point of on long putts where they're having to make a short backstroke for the length of putt and then rapidly accelerate the putt head on the way through, and that leads to distance control error. So again, one of the drills that I get my players to work on, in this case here I have a strip with different coloured spots all the way along it. At home you could use on the floor coins either side of a centre point. And the idea here is to try and get a player understanding that the length of backswing has to be proportionate to the length of follow through. So a relative 50-50 stroke is a good place to start for some players. But that ultimately, if we increase the length of the backstroke but maintain a fairly consistent tempo, which is the timing element of the stroke, that will give us a much better understanding and a much easier way of controlling the force we apply to the ball. So tip number 2, speed control, give that a go, and again, I'm sure it will see an improvement in your scores.